Mahabharat Reading 6. Drupad, the king of Panchal, was without a child so far, so he performed a yajna to this effect on the advice of a saint. The king was burning with the fire of revenge against Dronacharya, who had made him captive with the help of the Pandavas. He had been cherishing a desire that a son born to him as a result of the cherished yajna would avenge his insult. At the completion of the yajna, a divine being emerged out of the sacred fire. He was glowing like a flame, and his look spoke of his valor and great warriorship. At the same time, a divine voice spoke from the heavens. "This divine being is your son. Name him Drishtadumna. He has been sent to do away with the feeling of remorse and avenge your insult done by Dronacharya." All those present at the yajna were pleased to hear the divine voice. They were sure that Drupad's divine son would increase the glory of the kingdom of Panchal. Just then, a beautiful but dark-skinned maiden also emerged out of the sacred fire. She had captivating looks and a lovely long hair that gave out sweet fragrance. King Drupad felt highly proud of being gifted with two divine children, a son and a daughter, whom he named Krishna, though later on she came to be known as Draupadi. The Pandavas had been staying at Ekchakra for a long time, so Kunti thought of moving to a new place lest Duryodhan should come to know of them because of Bakasur's murder by Bhima. She said to her sons, "We must go to a new place now. It is dangerous to stay here any longer." All the five brothers agreed to what their mother had said. So they left for Panchal after leaving from the Brahmana's house. By nightfall, the Pandavas had reached the banks of Ganga. Arjun had a torch in his hand. He was leading the party in darkness. Suddenly, he saw a chariot advancing towards them. The warrior in the chariot shouted, "Stop, all of you! Where are you going? Don't you know this is the time for the yakshas and gandharvas and other heavenly beings to bathe in the river? Turn your backs and be off, otherwise you will be killed instantly." The Pandavas were stunned to hear the words, but they did not know who the speaker was. It was Angarparna, the chief of Gandharvas, reveling in the river in the company of his wives. Having seen the party approaching the river, he had mounted his chariot and challenged the Pandavas. Arjun could not remain silent. He retorted, "O heavenly being, the Ganga is the most sacred river. It is not the ancestral property of anyone. Anyone can come to Mother Ganga at any time." The Gandharva chief flew into rage and thundered, "You stupid human being, perhaps you don't know that I am Angarparna, the chief of Gandharvas. My valor and physical might is well known. The forest in the vicinity of this river belongs to me only. Much less men, even gods and other heavenly beings, cannot dare to set foot in my territory. I warn you at once to stop and turn your back, otherwise you will have to repent for your folly." Arjun's blood boiled to hear the proud claims of this Gandharva. He replied in a tough tone, "It is not worthy of a heavenly being to indulge in false pride. Bear in mind, it is a folly to consider others weaker than you. This universe is not devoid of warriors. Only the weak may have been able to be afraid of you. Your haughty words have forced me to challenge you in fight." Arjuna's fearless reply caused Gandharva to be very angry. So he drew out his sword and fell upon Arjuna. The brave Pandava brushed his attack aside with the burning torch. Not being able to control his rage, Arjuna thundered, "Save yourself, O Gandharva! Your jackal threats cannot frighten a mighty warrior like me. I know how to wield arms and deal with opponents like you. I'm sure you have never measured arms with a true warrior so far, otherwise your language would have been not so loose." With those words, Arjuna chanted an incantation on the torchlight and, aiming at the Gandharva, shot it at him as his firearm. The torchlight set fire to his chariot, and he was forced to jump down. While doing so, he fell down and became senseless. Arjuna at that time held him by the hair and dragged him to the eldest of his brothers, Yudhishthir. The Gandharva's wives got out of the river and ran to Yudhishthir, begging mercy for their husband. They implored, "Spare his life for God's sake, otherwise we would be left as widows." Yudhishthir was moved with pity at the request, and he said to Arjuna, "Brother, leave him free. It is not becoming of you to kill a person who has already defeated and insulted in front of his wives." By now, the Gandharva regained consciousness. He was panting for his breath. Seeing his wife standing before Yudhishthir, he felt very ashamed and hung his head low. Arjuna addressed him and said, "Listen, O Gandharva, never commit the folly of boasting yourself again. I'm leaving you as directed by my brother, because it is not proper to kill you in presence of your wives. Leave this place in no time and never be seen again." The Gandharva thanked the stars and, expressing his gratitude to the Pandavas, remarked, "I request you to accept my humble present from me in return for sparing my life. From now on, you shall be possessing a heavenly art named Chakshushi, and shall enable you to see anything at any time in any place. Akasha, Prithvi, Patala. You will have the heavenly, earthly eyes. Apart from it, I present you the 100 heavenly horses of Gandharvas. These horses can put on any desired color and can move at any speed desired by their master. They will never grow old, nor will their speed ever slow down. Besides, their bodies will always be emitting sweet fragrance." Arjuna and his brothers were very pleased to have these presents from the Gandharva. After consulting Yudhishthir, Arjuna spoke to him, "We accept very gladly both of your presents as a token of friendship, but we would like to keep them with you till we require them. We will consider you as one of our close friends from now on. Accept our heartiest thanks for those valuable presents." The Gandharva assured the Pandavas of his services whenever required and left for his heavenly abode with his wives.